It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss out on the holiday, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe with you.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to share this video with you guys because it combines two of my favorite things, crafts and Christmas. So if you haven't guessed it, this is a DIY Christmas room decoration video, and everything I'm going to show you is really affordable and easy to make. So if you want to see how to make some awesome Christmas room decorations, just keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys how to make are these festive candle holders, and seriously these are so easy to make and I think they just look so cute, so I decided to make two of them. One I made from Christmas tree baubles and the other one I used some coloured Christmas bells. So yeah, what you're going to need are some Christmas ornaments. I used baubles, those string bead things, and jingle bells, a hot glue gun, a candle jar, some glitter paper and maybe some double-sided tape. So the first thing you want to do is cut out a strip of glitter paper to wrap around your candle, and it's probably a good idea to get a ruler and measure out how much paper you'll need because I didn't, so when I cut it to size it got a bit messy. Then wrap the paper around your candle and tape or glue it down. And this is where I had to cut the excess paper off, but if you cut your paper properly the first time, you won't need to do this step. Next I'm grabbing some string beads and cutting them up to stick on our candle holders. Now obviously you can use whatever colours you want, but I'm sticking to a Christmas colour scheme of red, gold and green. Then with your hot glue gun, start sticking your Christmas decorations to the paper. Oh, and you want to use a decent quality glue here so it dries clear. Mine was super cheap and unfortunately dried kind of cloudy in some places. And obviously be careful not to burn yourself when using anything hot because sticking on the little balls can get a bit tricky at times. And there you have it, Christmas themed candle holders. Another easy Christmas themed decoration to make are these Christmas tree pine cones, and all you're going to need for these are coloured beads of your choice, green and white spray paint, glue and pine cones. So to start off you want to take your pine cones outside and spray them with some white spray paint. And if you don't want to ruin your grass or pavement, just put down some scrap paper or cardboard first so any excess paint will spray onto that instead. And usually you'll need 2 coats of paint to get the pine cones looking really white, so after the first coat has dried, add another. And then once that coat has dried, you can go in with the green spray paint. If you didn't spray the pine cones white first, it'll take like a million coats of green to get the pine cones looking even, so trust me, you want to paint them white first. Then once all the spray paint has dried, it's time to start gluing your beads onto the pine cones so they'll look like cute little baubles. And of course you need a star for your tree, so I'm gluing 2 of these star decorations together and then sticking it on top of my pine cone. And voila! You now have an adorable miniature Christmas tree to add to your desk or bedside table or wherever you want. So the next DIY I have for you is this Christmas tree corkboard, which is a great way to keep your Christmas cards or even just any notes you want to pin up in the month of December. It's also a super cute alternative to a real Christmas tree if your room is small or you live in a dorm room or something and can't fit a real one in there. So the first thing you want to do is draw an outline of the Christmas tree shape you want on the back of a corkboard, and then with a Stanley knife carefully cut it out. Then flip over the board so now you're working on the cork side, and you want to paint the edges green. Well, you can paint the whole thing green if you want to, but I like the look of just the edges green. And to make the paint line really crisp, I'm sticking down some tape first as a guide. Then go in with some paint. I did need a few coats of this to get the colour I want, so if you have any white paint, it's probably best to paint it white first, like we did with the pine cones. And once the paint has dried, you can remove the tape and it should look something like this. Then take some tinsel and wrap it around your corkboard Christmas tree to make it look extra Christmassy, and glue the ends down at the back. And what's a Christmas tree without baubles? Pretty much just a regular tree. So now let's glue down some baubles on the corners. And now, if you want to get completely into the Christmas spirit, I'm gluing down some Christmas beads onto my push pins, and they just look so cute when pinned to things. And obviously our Christmas tree board needs a star, so I'm cutting this one out of a Christmas decoration and gluing it at the very top. And that, guys, is how you make a Christmas tree themed corkboard. The next thing we're going to be making are these festive candy jars, but they don't have to be for candy, like you guys can put anything you want in them. Actually, I think candy was a bad idea for me because I kept eating it whilst making this video and kind of made myself sick. So the first thing you want to do is make a guide for where we're going to glue some glitter. I used tape for this, but I would seriously recommend using thick elastic bands instead because, not gonna lie, the tape was a bit of a struggle. Anyway, create your guide and then brush on some glue. I use PVA glue because it's pretty cheap, but if you want you can use Mod Podge or craft glue instead. Then once you have all the areas covered in glue, start pouring on the glitter. I chose some pretty festive colours, gold, silver and red, but you use whatever colours you like and just choose wherever you want to glue the glitter to the jar. So once the glue is dried, carefully peel off the tape and you should have a nice line of glitter stuck to the jar. Next you want to grab some festive themed ribbon and tie it around the neck of your jars, and I'm also cutting little triangles in the bottom because I think it makes the bows look super cute. Then just fill up the jars with your favourite Christmas candies or whatever you fancy and you're good to go. Then this last DIY I have for you today is this Rudolph wall art. This is super cheap and easy to make, and really you don't have to make Rudolph, you can make anything Christmassy you like Santa, a snowflake, or a Christmas tree. So to start off, you either want to sketch out your reindeer or print a template off the internet. If you only intend on making one reindeer, you can draw this straight onto some wrapping paper, but I wanted to make a template so I could reuse it, so I'm drawing mine onto some thick paper, then cutting it out. Then you want to measure out where to cut the wrapping paper to fit a piece of canvas, and remember you want a little extra so you can wrap around the edges. Next, use your stencil to trace out another reindeer and carefully cut this out. I also find it a lot easier to use a Stanley knife for this instead of scissors because you can easily get into the corners of your drawing. And here I decided I would cut out some little star shapes to go along with my reindeer, but they didn't really show up too well with this wrapping paper. Then cut out your wrapping paper and remember to cut little squares in the corners so it'll be easy to fold everything in a second. And then I'm taking some double-sided sticky tape. You can use glue if you want to, but trust me, double-sided tape is so much easier because you don't have to wait for anything to dry, and I'm sticking that along the outside of my canvas. Then you just want to turn the canvas over and stick on your reindeer. And For the finishing touch, I'm cutting out a circle from some red glitter paper and sticking it down, and this is our reindeer's nose, so now it looks like Rudolph. So I hope you guys liked my first ever DIY video. If you recreate anything, be sure to use the hashtag #ChristmasWithCat, both Ks, probably the most uncreative hashtag ever. But yeah, hashtag #ChristmasWithCat on any social media platform, so I'll be sure to see it. And comment down below on whatever your favourite DIY was. Well, I hope you guys all have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys!